Welcome everyone. I'm greeting you perhaps from the most explosive border region in the world. Here, Russia meets North Korea and China. A tri-border area where the three most feared countries in the world meet each other. Nuclear power Russia, North Korea, then China. I want to explore this region.
The tri-border area, the only point on Earth where you can overlook China, North Korea, and Russia at the same time. In this video, I try to get into this sensitive region. A region in China where you can see North Korea to your left and Russia to your right. Our journey starts in Hunshun, a city that is extremely influenced by Russia due to its proximity to the country. So stay tuned if you want to see how I explored a Russian city in China. How I ended up partying with Russian women in a small Chinese town with shingle roofs. And follow my attempt to reach the North Korea and Russia border. Follow me.
You quickly realize you're in the border area and very close to Russia. Some of the stores have signs in Cyrillic script. You see Russians everywhere, really everywhere. I'm on a random non-central street right now. In front of me you see a group that is obviously not Chinese. If I turn around now and walk 10 meters further, you'll see an Adidas tracksuit. And why is that? Why do they visit this small Chinese town? By bus, you can reach China from Vladivostok in 2 to 5 hours. You can reach here from the Russian Far East very quickly. I've already asked a couple of Russians at the camp what they're doing here and what excites them about it. And the answer is shopping. The prices are cheap, even cheaper than in Russia. So why not just take the bus, spend 5 hours here in China over the weekend, then go back? I hope we talk to more Russians today. I'll bring you along and show you the world's most explosive border region. How much? 6 euros. A lot of euros. Okay.
Yes, that's 7 euros.
Maybe it was.
No.
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 No, she wanted 40 cents for fruit. You can always easily make people happy with that. Just give double or triple, guys, when you're on vacation. It doesn't hurt anyone. And yeah, now I still paid 2 euros for 3 pieces of fruit instead of 40 cents. First of all, it tastes really good, but there is already plastic pollution here. What I also want to say, guys, Hunshun isn't a large city. And that's why I think China is no longer so far behind all the Western countries, because even here people don't live badly. Later, we'll get very close to the Russian and North Korean borders in the video. It'll be exciting to see all the countries at once, but first, let me show you the border city Hunshun. As I said, it's very Russian, which suits my channel perfectly. And that's why we're now walking to the Russian street here in the city, which is also located right in the center. Let's go! The street is marked by a matryoshka, by a Moscow Kremlin. And a gate. And then you can immediately see the architecture, you can recognize it, or it has a distinctive character. Typical Russian style, also seen in parts of St. Petersburg. And you see a warm welcome here in Hunshun. In Russian. A theme park for Russians like this is pretty cool. I see it's a bit dead now, it's still early. I think this is kind of like a party street, karaoke, everything in Russian. So I think you've understood the principle of this city. This is like a retreat for the Russians, as they can't travel much globally now. Thailand welcomes them, but it's not so easy to get to Europe anymore. Karaoke club, this is where the nightlife happens. Everything lights up here at night. I might come back for you guys, but you'll get the vibe. A very typical looking Moscow walking area, I'd say. Sure, you can notice the Chinese influences.
Not bad.
Not bad, yeah. People come here for tourism or for shopping. For shopping, for shopping, for shopping.
See, they arrive with shopping bags.
Well, do you think that a Russian from the Far East is different from a Russian from the European region? Or is it the same?
We are different. Yes, we are different in this club.
Nightclub. Do you recommend it? Yes.
Yes, well, if it's for a guy, then yes.
Because they're beautiful.
Girls dance, they're naked, half naked, yes.
Well, probably more Russian girls, yes, or Chinese.
No Chinese, yes. Both the girls and the man there sing well.
Well, you know, I like Russian girls, but there are just Chinese ones there.
And there is a Chinese blonde among the blondes.
Understood. It's the same for me here as in Russia.
Yes, you could say Vladivostok reminds me of something. There is a bit of that, a little bit of decay. Yes.
Well, aren't you interested, for example, in going to Shanghai and so on?
We're also considering Beijing and Shanghai, but my only concern is that I'm afraid of flying.
But I don't understand why people here sell Russian souvenirs. Is it because you're Russian? Yes, Russian, right? Or do Russians buy Russian products here?
No, we don't buy Russian products here.
Buy them here, that's it.
Some people do buy them, yes.
Well?
Just tell me honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
All right.
Well, in China, in Russia, everywhere is clean. The main thing is, where is it cheaper, in Russia or in China?
In China, yes, it's cheaper. Here, it's expensive. Everything is expensive here. Groceries are expensive. To eat, we just went to eat now. I spent 20 yuan and I ate. That's 240 rubles in Russian money.
And for us?
For 240, you can just grab a snack.
Almost like in Europe, in Khabarovsk.
Yeah. For some reason, that's how the prices are, yeah. And the prices of products go up every week.
Ah, but the teeth aren't there. The teeth are...
Not there. I'm coming.
I'll definitely come back again at night, I'm telling you. Finding the drunk Russians here will definitely be fun. It's interesting that almost all tourists here are Russians. There are still souvenir shops selling typical Russian products. Why wouldn't the Russians just buy that at home? Is it really that much cheaper here? We have regular vodka here. For example, Ruski Standard costs this much. A tenner, and there's a beluga for 24 euros, but you can get that in Russia for the same price. I don't quite understand the concept. Yeah, well, on the other hand, these aren't necessarily tourist products here. You can drink vodka anywhere, and on a party street you might try the local vodka. That's a good theory. And just like that, you leave Russia and go back. To Asia. The China series was definitely a lot of fun. The main issue is communication. I believe you enjoy my videos for the interaction with people. That was very difficult in China, but here it will be possible. But in general, it's really hard to find English-speaking people here at all. All the retirees are in the park. Yeah. Here in China, if you're bored as a retiree, it seems like you just sit down here with the other retirees. Like in school when we hung out with friends. But China is catching up, as this city has over 200,000 residents. The standard of living appears similar to ours. People choose not to live poorly. Quite amusing. And the same lady from whom I bought fruit half an hour ago has changed her location. Twice here. I remember you. Watermelon. You. Round 2, I've already spoken with some sellers. The funny thing is, they've all actually learned a few sentences in Russian, and I think that's impressive. So, I was just able to have a small talk with a Chinese guy. He understood me, and every white person is automatically addressed in Russian. I'm a German tourist who learned Russian at university, which is now a useful coincidence. So just imagine you're simply a tourist and people keep talking to you in Russian all the time. Like I said, 95% of the people here are Russians. Regarding the Russian market in the city. So guys, subway station, hidden market. Interesting to walk around here. There are probably fake items here and so on, which are also interesting for the Russians. You can already see it here. The Nike shoes, which I believe are not actually Nike. Because this is kind of an underground place, under the floor, it doesn't feel illegal, but it would be kind of a secret spot somehow. You have the Russians here, everything in Russian, and as you can see, there are also Russians in front of me. But also many Chinese guests. Yes, that means many Chinese guests. Just look inside the shop. Then you mainly see Russians. I think you understood him what they have here. Products that you would have to pay a lot of money for in Europe, like here. And you can get Gucci shoes here for next to nothing, Vans and so on. Now I also understand what the Russians mean when they come here to shop. You just come here once by bus, 5 hours, go to the market, fill up your suitcase, and then you have cheap clothes. And yeah, pretty much everything, so you can actually find everything you can imagine here. And then it goes back up on the other side. A street vendor gave me a massage flyer, and since I've been tense for 3 days, I'm going to try it now. So I do things like these street vendors. When they give you something like that, I'm usually very, very negative about it, because most of the time it's junk. But now it's an experiment for me. Yeah, a full massage, an hour for 7 euros, that's really crazy. China is tough, so today is for relaxing. Coffee, then massage. But the video will still be very exciting. Guys, I'm saving the highlight of the video for the end. I actually like it when you top everything at the end. Show the highlight. For those who stay until the end. And I've actually got something crazy planned. Well, planned is a big word. I'm going to an amazing place tomorrow. Russians often have a different perspective. I think they are also... Interesting thought. The city is so small, you always run into your friends again. You are. Those are the same Russians I met before. Yes, the city is very manageable. Okay, now we've arrived. What I also wanted to show you, because these parks, they're really beautiful. And it's worth seeing to show that. The people are being active. That's worth seeing to show that. Hi, Sefi, yes. Perfect, how? He's crazy. Guys, do you see how big the difference is? 3 meters, 3. Thank you nonetheless, thank you. Yes. So guys, it's nighttime. I went out of the hotel again just to show you the party street at night. How many Russians and Chinese are there and what's happening? It's 11 o'clock and I'm hungry, but everything's closed. That's why I love Russia. There, the stores are always, well, not always, but many stores are open, 24/7, especially in the big cities. That's just convenience. In China, it's always that way. The stores close at 10 o'clock, and especially places like McDonald's, where that's actually unusual. Well, we made it, guys. We're now back at the place where we were this afternoon. Only at night. And it already looks impressive. Well, everything lights up nicely, but let's not kid ourselves. There's actually nothing going on here. Okay, it's a weekday now, a Tuesday. But I kind of expected more, to be honest. My first night here. You were already here? We're not allowed in here. For some reason it's unclear. Are you 20 years old? But not yet 20? Maybe they thought you were too young. American, German, I tried this. I tried to show you this city. Hello? Hello, may I go in? The Russian girls weren't allowed in, but I am. Just to take a look at everything. It's worth a round. I filmed briefly since it was 30 degrees and too hot, but I saw a little. The shade made it more bearable. Subtitling. Subtitling Brazil. A quick note from the editing room, because I noticed something funny. The girls I was partying with here, I had already seen them earlier in the day at Starbucks. And that was also visible in the video, and I didn't really notice it at the time. But now, as I was going through the video, it really stood out to me for the first time. So the city is incredibly small. Pretty dead, guys. I'm in the club restroom and not filming much since I don't want to keep putting the camera in the girls' faces. I'm starting here now.
Where did you meet this Russian girlfriend? Does language connect people? If you speak Russian, you make friends fast.
Now I have new friends from Vladivostok. So guys, it's 2 o'clock. After 8 in the morning, we'll continue. And it was a good evening. Nice girls, Vladivostok. Yes. From Vladivostok. The club is empty. He is... but beautifully pays homage. Simply dead. Me, guys, you have a drink or two, maybe a cocktail or two, and then this happens. Drop the camera, broken, 500 euros gone. PayPal links in the video description. Please help me out. No, I can rent the new camera myself. But of course, that's tough. I'm such an idiot. Then go get it. I hope the data's still there. A new day has begun in Hunshun. And today we're finally heading to the tri-border area, where these 3 countries meet. North Korea, Russia, and China. I'll be filming everything on my iPhone because, as you saw last night, my camera broke as part of the video. And now I have to improvise like this. The good news is all data is backed up and nothing was lost. This means it's just material damage, which I estimate at about 300 euros. Maybe the screen can be replaced? Yes, that's manageable. A business expense, I'd say. Well, that's why. Don't be surprised that the picture is different now. The sound is different. So guys, now I'm sitting in the taxi, an hour's drive to get to the tri-border area. The crazy thing is, it's the only place on Earth where you can see North Korea, Russia, and China at the same time. Truly the only place in the world. That's already special, so I'm really looking forward to it. And for me, that was the highlight of today's video. Now we have to drive there for about an hour first. And right, we'll see each other again soon. So guys, what a turn of events, what happenings? I was stopped by the police. There's a kind of border before you get to this tri-border area that thousands of tourists visit every year. I didn't make it. Military exercises are underway. A military vehicle drove past us. Therefore, foreigners are not welcome. And yes, it took an hour. They checked all the data. I was a bit scared because I filmed too much at the North Korea core last week. Which isn't exactly harmless either. Well guys, I'm very, very disappointed. We were simply, and I was pulled out of the car. I really felt like I was about to get arrested. Maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but... And now we're heading back home. Yeah guys, it would have been another half-hour drive, and we would have been there. But I'll still show you what you can see there, and what makes this region and this viewpoint so special. You could even say it's unique in the world. I'll take you along with a voiceover now. So I've decided to use the video footage from the YouTuber sabbatical. To watch the original video, see the link in the description. And you can clearly see here, there's a viewpoint where you can see all three countries, and the flags are already marked. You're basically in the middle. So this strip on the right is North Korea, here in the middle where it's being pointed at is China, and on the left is Russia. And you can also see the infrastructure there, the Russian buses or trains and so on. So we are really in this central area, right there. From here, you can gain some insights into life in these countries. On the North Korean side, you see this rusty bridge, and you can really tell there's no prosperity there. You can also see the infrastructure here. And what's interesting is that the workers don't have any machines. Everything is carried by hand. That's so typical when you look over at the North Korean border. There will be more about that in the future. Yeah, guys, even though we didn't make it to this viewpoint ourselves, because of this check, and the stop by the police, which really took a long time, we were checked for a long time and unfortunately weren't allowed through. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think the city of Hunshun itself was already very interesting with its Russian touch and what you could see there. Don't be disappointed. I also saw more of the North Korean border. And I got some very exclusive insights that will follow in the coming weeks or later this year. I'm not sure when the videos will be released. Meanwhile, watch this video where I visited a Russian city in China. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.